Hey everybody, it's Leanne with Jar Fancy Studios. Also, Marley's Mixed Media, which I've added. That shop is not stocked, but I'm not sure where I plan to take that. But anyway, to get started, I promised someone to do a tutorial on my techniques on how I make different flowers. And then I have a whole entire box or bin, like a clear bin, that's dedicated to the flowers I've made recently. And I want to destash all of them in one, like a haul, in one, just one person just takes all. So I think I've come up with a fair price for that. I'm going to count them. I'm going to make sure that they all have backings, and if they don't, I can either put them on myself or I can put the backings in there for you. It's easy enough to glue them on. But I'm going to start with this particular lace right here, and this lace has a little bit of stretch to it. The last kind that I used like this did not, but we're gonna see how this goes. This is pretty simple enough. It's basically the way that I do my flowers is that I stack them like these are just the circles right here. This one, the circles that I do, but I did it in a different way. And with this one, which is not sewn together yet, all I did was cut my circles like in the last video. Here's the circles. There's 3-inch circles at the bottom. These are like 3-inch circles when you cut them. Then there's the 2-inch circles. That's a 3-inch. Yeah, that's a 3-inch, I believe, but it belongs at the bottom because it doesn't have much on it. That's the 3-inch pile. I cut 4 3-inch. I cut 4 2-inch, and then I cut two 1-inch. So there's 2 1-inch, there's 4 2-inch, then there's 4 3-inch. And you just cut them in a circle. And this is what I did. Here's the circle. This is a 2-inch circle. Yeah, see, 2-inch circle. That's 1 2. So I took the circle because this doesn't fray very well when you kind of try to shabby it up a little bit on the edges to fray it. So what I did was I took my scissors and I angled them on an angle and put little slits all the way around. I was gonna start with the lace, but somehow or another I ended up talking about this one, and I did have this sitting as like, a prototype to show you how I do it. And I hope I'm staying in frame. And I did clean my camera lens. Thank you to whoever left that comment to me, because I was not aware. And these days I don't see so well. I definitely need new prescription glasses. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder for me to see. I much rather have contacts than glasses, because glasses are just a pain in the rear to me. They either fall off, or you lose them, or you can't find them, or that you can't find them and they're actually on your head. So I did that, and if you can see that right there, the slits are diagonal to the circle. They're not straight in. I cut them on a diagonal all the way around. If you can see how that's diagonal right there. Sorry about my nails. My right hand never makes it. I'm sorry about that, but that's just what happens when we're crafting. And I put diagonal little slits, just small ones. And then I took my scissors, my trusty scissors here that I love, and I sort of just did this. I took it and I rolled it in. Wait a minute, let me not cut myself. Do this side, because I didn't cut myself before. Okay, I roll it in. See how it rolls in? And then I roll it in again, and I roll it in again, roll it in again, like you're doing ribbon. Roll it in again, roll it in again, and then I flip it, and I do it on the other side as well. Flip it and do roll it in, roll it in, roll it in, you know, and I kind of just do this little, you know, dance with the fabric that I do, where I like kind of rough it up a little bit, like, you know, and it just kind of makes like a shape. You just, until you get it to where you want it, okay? So I'm going to put this back together now. So we're going to take the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here, and we're going to put that down. Then we're going to put the 2 inches down, like it was sitting when I started the video. And then we're going to put that doesn't have much on it. I like the floral parts to show the most, but you know, you don't see much of that with the 1 inch on the top. Now you see how that sort of kind of comes together, and you can keep going. Like, you can add more than 4. You can add, you know, more on the bottom, more on the top. It doesn't matter. It's however fluffy you want your flower to be. And normally I would do mine more fluffy, but I only had so much of this particular fabric. But you could, then you can go back in and you can do this. Like if you want it to kind of roll up in this spot, you roll it up in that spot. And if you want it to kind of roll down on this side, you roll down on this side. And then you have yourself a flower, basically. As for the center, you can do stamens, you can do buttons, you can do mulberry flowers, which I like to do in the centers of my flowers. But basically, you just take a needle and thread, and you sew from the bottom up, and then back down, and then up, and then back down, and then tie it off at the back. That's all you do. And then you add your center. So that's how I do this one. This one is not the same as the one where I fold the round petal this way and then kind of wiggle it in. This one's so tiny. And wiggle it in and then fold it and then, you know, glue here and here and then do little petals all the way around. This one's very different from that. So I thought I'd just show you that real quick. But the flower that I wanted to, and I don't have this necessarily planned out what exactly, I think I know what I'm going to use, but I might change my mind, so don't hold me to anything. But this lace is similar to the lace that I had on one flower in particular that was a really pretty flower. And when I'm in my studio by myself and it's quiet and I don't have any interference or kids or dogs or fiancés, you know, in the way or any interference at all, I can just get in my zone and I can sew and I can just, you know, and I forgot to bring my glue gun up here, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to go and get it or what, but it's the same sort of thing like with all of my flowers. All of my flowers are stacked. They're stacked by layers. And whether I sew them or glue them or what I usually sew them. I'm going to start on the end here and do a running stitch. And if you don't know how to do a running stitch, there are plenty of videos out there on how to do a running stitch. So I'm basically, my thread is knotted and I just put it through the end. This piece is 12 inches long. Okay, so we're going to see how that 12 inches does. Because 12 inches is usually a good number to start with these kinds of laces, I think. Let me close these scissors so I don't cut myself. Put that over there. And I just knotted my thread and I put it through. Sorry, I'm out of frame. I knotted my thread, I put it through, and now I'm just gonna bring it back up through here. And I'm not the quick sewer like some people are, but this is a running stitch. You just go in and out, and 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 in and out. Come on. And out, and in and out, and in and out. I do want to say while I'm sitting here sewing with this running stitch, see, it's almost like a curtain on a rod. That's how I kind of look at it. You're putting your needle in just in and out, and you just keep running the stitch in and out. But anyway, I really wanted to say, you know, I have 500 and I think maybe 512 or something like that subscribers. And I know not all of them watch my channel, and no one's really been watching my channel lately because I haven't been putting out videos. And I really do want to talk about that. There was a point where I almost couldn't talk about it. So I couldn't really make videos. There have been a lot of tragedies and very painful losses and deaths in the family. I don't really have any family left. There used to be a time where, you know, my dad's house was filled with grandkids and friends and dinners and, you know, cookouts and, you know, kids running around and family everywhere. And even those that lived out of state. You know, my sister moved to Florida, but she would come back up here often to Baltimore where I am. And my sister, my only sibling, she died of neuroendocrine small cell carcinoma, which is one of the rarest cancers in the world that you can possibly find. It is very rapidly, what's the word? It's gonna escape me now. It metastasizes very, very quickly. And even though some other family members really wanted her to do the chemo, it wouldn't have mattered. Even if she didn't do the chemo or did do the chemo, doesn't matter. Her life would have been taken by this neuroendocrine small cell carcinoma anyway, no matter what she did or no matter what she chose. They told her that from the start. Nobody survives it. From diagnosis to death was 9 months. And it was a very painful process to go through. And we had teenagers and we had young men, her 2 sons, and we had little girls, my mother, you know, my father at that time was still living, and you think that things like that would bring family closer together, but in a lot of instances, like it or not, it tears families apart. And that's kind of sort of what it did for a while, until we did a little bit of mending. But we never were the same after that. And then my father, now I'm holding this here just to let you know, because I'm yapping at the mouth now about my, you know, why I haven't been on YouTube. Now that it's here at this point, I kind of just pull the needle through like this, wiggle it through, push this down, wiggle it through, and you can pull your lace down on the thread now, and you've got it threaded, right? So you're going to pull through all the way through until you get this, okay? Till you get that. And then once you get that, you could do one of two things. The easiest thing is to take these two pieces right here that are where it's split, and take a little bead, a line of glue, little beads, just a couple up and down, fold it in towards each other to make the circle, okay? Like this. I hope you guys can see that. And you take these two pieces that are open and you fold them in to make a complete circle so that on the other side it looks like this. So you can either do the glue, which I don't have my glue gun up here right now. So what I'm going to do is real quickly, I'm just going to, let's just say that I glued it. I'm going to pull this thread upside down tight, and I'm going to go in here. Oops. And pull through. And this is different than the running stitch. You don't want to do a running stitch on this part. You just want to do an in and out over, like an overhand stitch. I don't know what to call it. I really don't know what to call it. I just kind of know how to do it. My grandmother taught me some crafty things when I was very little. She's the one that taught me how to knot the thread at the end. And I'm still not all that great at knotting the thread at the end, but I do make good and sure that it's knotted and that it's big enough and that it won't slip through. And I'm just going to keep sort of like sewing this to, some people sew theirs and some people glue theirs. Honestly, I don't think it matters because I have done both, and gluing it is much easier and much quicker than sewing it. I don't think it makes any difference. You can't see the other side, but everybody has their preferences, and the only reason I'm just sewing it right now is because I left my glue gun downstairs, which is going to make it difficult. But just for the sake of the tutorial, just kind of try to follow me. So anyway, yeah, we lost my sister, and it was very painful. She was only 39. She was 40 for one day. She was born on October 15th, 1974, and she died directly after her birthday on October 17th. So she was 40 for about a day, for not even 48 hours. Through there, almost to the end. And then just one more stitch, and then tie it off. Put your needle through there and tie it off. There we go. All right, now when you flip it over, you have this. You have that. See that? Okay, we're going to cut the thread. Cut the thread right there, as close as you can get it. This is my handy dandy little, this is my sewing needle. This is my, my hand sewing needle right here. So I can't lose this puppy because it's exactly the right length. I mean, I need them longer than the shorter sewing needles. So, and I do have longer ones than these even, but I can't lose this needle. I can't lose it. So I made this little bobble, you can clip and put things in it, but I put this pretty little heart on it with the bow and the other bow on top of it so I could take my needle and stick it straight down in the little heart and out the other side, and so it doesn't get lost. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so now you have, flip it over and you have this, and you almost have, see, because this lace was already there, so it's almost as if you got yourself like a double stacked layer there. You got an extra layer of lace. So whatever you decide to do from here is all up to you. There are so many things that you can do with this type of flower. You can sew another piece of fabric, or you can sew another piece of lace like this. Like, I think that I'll probably end up sewing this, and then I'll probably end up sewing this one, I think, and do, like, you know, scrunch it up this way, like I'm doing a running stitch. Bring it around, bring it around, bring it around, and it'll be a smaller circle because it's a smaller piece of lace. And then probably, that's the sad thing, is that you'll miss the little lace that's on top there. Oop, and I lost it. And just kind of pretend. And then probably put that there. Wait, let go, let go. And probably stick that in there, kind of like that, okay? And when you push down, your lace kind of like comes up when you push down. You know, when you push down like this, the lace kind of comes up with the glue gun. And that's what I recommend. Is just sew this like with a running stitch and then push it down with the glue gun. And the same, you could glue the ends of this when it gets to the end. Like when you're doing a running stitch, this is what some people say, oh, I only have half a circle. Well, you do only have half a circle, but when you bring the ends together, like physically bring the ends together, and you put them this way, and you fold these pieces in, you can just glue it, and then you have a seamless, there it is, a seamless, you know, sewn piece of lace or fabric or whatever you choose to use. God, I don't even know where my thread is. I'm so sorry. Like I'm not together. And I had to wait to the end of the day to even do this because my fiance is in dialysis 3 times a week. And he goes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and today's Monday. So my dog is very attached to me, and when I do crafting, I shut her out and I close the door and I won't let her in. So I called him and said, I'm gonna have to wait until you get home to do my video because she won't leave me alone. And was scratching at the door. So I'm sorry if the lighting is not all that great. I don't know if this will help or hurt, but if the lighting is not, no, I don't know. But here's what your base is the biggest thing that matters, okay? Like, see, I have this one, and instead of doing any running stitch, this is easy. I could probably do it with just what I have there. Matter of fact, let me just tie a knot in it. Put that there. Anyway, when my sister passed away at age 39, 40 technically, you know, we celebrated her birthday in hospice. And no, I don't tie knots that take me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. Yeah, I fell to my knees. It was, really, really a lot of emotion and a lot of, heartbreak and just plain old grief. And everybody in the family was grieving her loss. And, you can't replace your family. You can't replace your family. When it all comes down to it, like, family is what matters the most. I'm sorry, that's just the way. I put it down too low. I put it down too low. God, I'm terrible at doing the knots. I mean, especially on camera. come on now. This is not a long piece of thread, so I'm trying to work with what I got. Yeah, that took a real big toll on our whole family, not just me. And during that time, I was just getting started on YouTube and just getting, you know, my videos up and doing my thing, and I was really enjoying it a lot. But when my sister passed away, I just stopped doing videos, and I thought, I'll get back to it, 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 but I never really got back to it. And then, after my sister passed away, my father had already had dementia, while my sister was still living. And I had to take care of him because we were here in Baltimore and my sister was down in Florida. Look at this. This is too short of a piece, and I'm trying to save the room to sew this flower. And I can't get the ends through right, but I'll get it. My father had dementia, and long story short, I took care of him, his finances, his daily living, his eating, his medication, etc., me and my fiance for quite some time before his passing in 2019. Now, I don't know why, but my father was my hero, and he was a great father. He was a very, very good father to me and my sister. And that hit me very, very hard. After losing my sister and then losing my father, it hit me very, very hard. And then there were some deaths in between of very close friends that meant a lot to me, that were not family, but still like family. And an ex that died in a very, I don't know what to say, a very non-traditional type of way, long before his time. And I sort of just crumbled emotionally, and all of a sudden, like, all the wind was taken out of my sails, and I just couldn't do anything. So I went back to my regular type job, and I'm gonna talk as I'm sewing. I'm sorry, you guys. I want to talk about it so you guys know why I haven't been on YouTube and why I haven't been consistent and why I haven't been uploading videos, etc. Come on, needle. Right through all those layers. I know you can, I know you can, I know you can. Come on. Come on, there you go. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And that's 4, 4, and 2 layers of this fabric. So we're not going to make too many stitches in this. Let me go back down in on the other side. So yeah, that's pretty much why, because I had such a hard time with making decisions and even knowing what to do, and oh God, it was just a lot, and I was alone, and my mother was in Florida, and her and I didn't speak a whole lot. I mean, we did every now and again, but you know, she was so far away, and she ended up getting leukemia, and long story short, honestly, really long story short, just this past, right before Mother's Day this year, she died. And it really is still surreal to me that she's gone, because I haven't seen my mom since my sister died. And I feel like, I mean, her and I talked on the phone when she was sick, and she would promise to give me updates and tell me how she was doing, but it was always the same thing. Oh, I'm doing fine, I'm doing fine. It's just watch and wait, watch and wait. And she was an RN. So, you know, but I also knew that her being an RN and her losing my sister did a number on her. You know, losing a child, no one should have to go through that. But I think she kind of just gave up. I think that my sister's death was too big for her to handle. And I think she just gave up. It wasn't the leukemia that killed her. It wasn't that. It was some kind of infection, and she just was, you know, skin and bones, and for whatever reason, we didn't expect it at all. Nobody saw it coming. It just happened, and my feelings have been up and down and all over the place since. But I've been trying to force myself to get back on here and do this, and not let these tragedies and these losses hold me back, because they've been holding me back for far too long. And I want to get back to doing what I like to do, but for the longest time I just didn't like doing it anymore, and I thought I had completely lost my edge. I thought I had crafter's block, like writers get writer's block. I thought I had crafter's block. I thought I just couldn't do it anymore. I thought I just didn't have that creative edge anymore. I couldn't put anything together. I couldn't do flowers. I couldn't do the most basic of things. It was just really hard to get through, you know, the last years. But I'm trying to change. So if any of you want to help support me, please leave a comment under my videos to help keep me going, and to help me de-stash the tons of craft stuff that I have, because I think last video I did pan around the room, but the camera's positioned right now, so I can't. I am too crammed, and I have way more craft supplies than anybody has a right to, and I need to get rid of a lot of things, and it's just so cluttered in my craft studio right now, and I can't stand clutter. So I just have to take the hit, and plus I could use the money. So I'm gonna be like doing a lot of de-stashing, and I've got to do it. Like I've just convinced myself, you know, mentally that, like, come on, you have to do this, Leanne. You have to do this, and there's no more ifs, ands, or buts about it. No more binge watching Netflix. No more none of that. You got to get in front of that camera and do what you do. And so today, when I put the camera on, I just hit the button. When it was time to go, I just hit the button, and here I am. So anyway, here's to the back. And when I get to the back, what I do is I stick the needle in just a little bit, just to pick up a thread or two, just like that. You can see that. See that? You can see that? Right there. Just pick up a thread or two. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. Push it through. And then pull it around. And then go through this loop right here. This is how you tie it off. Right here. You go through this loop and then tie it off. And then there you go. It's sewn together. See? And then cut it. And then there you go. And then I'm out of thread. And I don't know where the thread is. Look how prepared I am, right? But Diane Roy, I think your name is. Yes, I remembered it right. I'm pretty sure I remembered it right. To envision, since I forgot my craft, my glue gun. Yeah, my glue gun. This is what you want to start with, is a running stitch on, and I don't know where to get this particular lace, but what I searched for, because I did have that other lace that everyone loved and I loved it too, and I'm out of it, I searched pleated, I don't remember what it was. I don't even remember what I searched for. Pleated cotton lace or something like that, or pleated fabric lace, and this came up and I just snatched it, and it actually had another layer to it, but I took it out because it was too much bulk. Let me see if I can grab a piece for you. Here it is. It was too much bulk because it's stretchy lace. So before it was, here's another 12-inch piece. Here, this is another 12-inch piece right here. So you see it's a little stretchy. But before it was this, it was also, which way does it go? Yeah, it goes that way. It was also this, like that. So it was like 3 separate layers of lace here. So I cut this off because I like to use, I'm out of frame. I like to use belly bands. So I think I'm going to keep these and use these for belly bands. I think that's what I'm going to use them for. I think. But I think I do have some more of this lace. I have at least this one 12-inch piece that I can guarantee you. And I think I have pieces of it. Because your idea, oh no, here's another piece right here. There's another whole piece right here. If you're interested in purchasing this particular lace, no problem, just let me know. And, yeah, I'll send you some, things that may go with it. But, like, you can put almost anything in between here. Like, I'll give you an example here. You can running stitch another piece of fabric, like this fabric right here. I absolutely adore this fabric. This fabric is so nice to work with, and it tears so easy. Now see what I'm gonna do with this one. Why you see that crease right there? See the crease right there? I've done different things with this, but I fold it and I put a crease in it, and then I do a running stitch from here to the end, and then that way when it's done it has 2 layers, this one and this one, and once the stitching is in it and it's all done, you have like 2 layers already with just one piece, if you know what I mean. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down there, if that makes sense. But I also, here's another flower. I bought this linen. Now I thought it was gonna be like a mauve kind of color, but it turned out to be more like a rust kind of color. And I'm working on this one because I don't really like the way it turned out. I'm gonna add some more to it. Like, some things just need more components. Like, I have some beaded trim right here, and I know that one, I think the last one I did with the pleated lace, that was a different color. And it kind of was more this color. As a matter of fact, I think it was, but it was more pink. More pink than this. I just basically take like a loop of, you know, yeah, pearl trim, and I just, like, whatever I'm gonna put on top of it before I glue it down, I just sort of put it under there and let it hang. And then I might just do another one that's a little bit longer or something, or shorter, or whatever I want, or whatever I think looks nice to me, and, you know, put another one in a matte frame. I'm sorry, that's too big. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. I take a loop like this, and I sort of, you know, might glue it and twist it. But what I basically do is I lift up my layer and I stick it under there with the hot glue, and I let it hang out like that. And then I do another one if I want to, and then I might let some hang down with some trim hanging down from that I'll put on the back, and then put my felt on the back. I can take one flower and put it on top of another flower and put my finger down in there and make it all stand up nice and pretty, and put like something like these in there. I love these. These are so pretty. These are like one of my favorite go-tos. But yeah, these are one of my favorite go-tos. These little pink and mauve and ivory little roses with the little green stems coming out of them. I absolutely adore them. Sometimes, let me see, where is that? Sometimes you can even put, probably not on this project, probably not, but sometimes you can even glaze and put, if this were a different color, if it were more pastel, you can, like, if it were more matching with this blue and, or mint green and pink, it's a Prima flower, and I basically glazed it, I think with glossy accents. I might have did it with glossy accents. I might have did it with triple thick, which is this stuff right here. This is triple thick by Deco Art. And sometimes you can put, you know, like a paper flower, and that looks like a piece of hair, probably mine, and put it in there, and it ends up looking really, really nice. Can you see that? So it's all a matter of preference, honestly. I was going to, seriously, this is an earring, and I lost the other one, right? So I thought with this flower, because I think I'm gonna put this, this lace right here on the back of this, and I'm not gonna sew it. I'm not just not gonna sew this. Now this matches this so well, but instead of sewing it with this type of lace that's fairly inexpensive type of lace that comes on a roll, decorative trim, what I'm gonna do probably is take the glue gun, put a bead of glue along there, start it on the edge right there, and then just go around with the beaded, you know, the beaded glue, and keep going and keep going and keep going until I get all the way around to the other side of the lace. So you don't have to sew anything. It's easy. You can just turn it upside down and glue it. Turn it upside down and glue it around the edge. And then when you flip it over, what you get is this. Kind of like that. Wait a minute. Can you see that right there? Where that is kind of laying over, just over where this lace is just peeking out. And I think that looks nice. Wait, let's just try that one more time, because I think I like this pink lace with this particular flower for some reason. See, it's all about just keep going. There's no rules. There's no right or wrong. There's no really mistakes in crafting, and if there's a mistake, you can probably fix it. You can change it. You can make it into something else. You can take it apart, dismantle it, do something else with it. But this is I wish I had brought my glue gun. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. But like, I kind of really like that. The way that pink lace peeking out right there. It looks nice. And I was thinking of putting, oh, where did you fly to, butterfly? Where did you fly to, butterfly? I have another flower I wanted to show you too. These little things, like these small embellishments, can be really, really pretty. There's my butterfly. Can be really, really pretty in the middle of a flower. Like, even if you just put that in the middle of that white lace, look at it. Look at what it did to it. You see what I'm saying? So it's basically a running stitch. And then I layer it to my liking. And that's what I did with the last one. Then what I do, and I forgot the ribbon too. You can also use these mulberry flowers, which I adore. These mulberry flowers look great on fabric flowers, and they're nice and sturdy. Like, see how they're mulberry flowers, but I'm pushing on them, and it doesn't matter. They're nice and sturdy. You can put these in the middle of any flower, just about. I mean, if I were to put one of these on here, it would look gorgeous. I love my mulberry flowers, the bigger ones and the smaller ones. Or you could use a crocheted one like this one. I kind of like the way this bow looks right there. I don't know about you, but I really kind of like the way that bow looks. You could get away with that. You really could. You could make more and just keep going. Like, you know, you just when you're doing your craft shopping online, just look for things that are appealing to you, that you like, because if you like it, then you're going to be excited about it and into it. And if you're into it, then the better it turns out. And the better it turns out, then the more, you know, people are going to adore your work, and want to purchase it. And you could do like a, if it were bigger, just a little bit bigger, like a, crocheted type of center like that with a pearl in the middle. Pearls always help. Diane, pearls always help. Pearls. Then you've also got stamens, which I've got right here. And if you don't have this stuff, like, that's okay. It's no big deal. Honestly, you can use common household items in many situations. I've used Q-tips before and colored them the color I wanted them, and, you know, cut them and glued them on, and they looked like stamens. So, you know, that's just a for instance. But use what you've got. Use what you've got. And then what I did with the last flower, okay, because this is what I do this a lot. I'm just going to cut this piece. Come on. It's a little bit wrinkly right now because it's been on a roll for a while. But what I like to do with my flowers when they're layered, let's just say all this is layered, okay? I know right now I don't have my glue gun and I can't really show you or anything, but I just say all that is layered. I am notorious for taking like a silk flower, or you know what? Oh God, these. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys these. 1, 2, 3. Thought I had 5. I only see 4. I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Look at these adorable little teeny tiny flowers. Like, are they not adorable? Like, I made them for I don't know what, but they're so adorable. I made them with tulle and chiffon. Tulle and chiffon. There's the tulle, and then there's the chiffon, and then I put a little leaf behind each one, and then I put a tiny little, you know, flower in the middle, and that would be like kind of almost, let me see, not that one, probably this one. That would be almost perfect for the center of this one. You could glue that right in, and it would match up with the pink here, and the white matches anything. So, I mean, and maybe I'll do a tutorial on how I did these, so that you can see how I did these, because I didn't see anybody else do these. I just kind of sort of had an idea and ran with it. And so maybe my mojo is coming back. I mean, I'm really down on myself a lot lately because I feel like, you know, I'm a crafter and I've been creating since the early 90s and I'm failing at what I do best. And you know, it's just such a hard place to be, and I'm trying so hard to get out of it. But what I do a lot is, once my flower is assembled the way it is now, and we can pretend like I glued it together, because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it anyway. I didn't want to stop the video to go get my glue gun. Sorry about that, guys. But I take like very thin millimeter ribbon, very dainty silk or satin ribbon. Really, I usually do use satin ribbon, and I either make a finger bow or just a regular bow. And I don't know if you know what a finger bow is, but I'll show you in a second. And I just sort of put it at the bottom under the fabric there, and let it hang down, if you can see that hanging down. And then you can add more pearls. You can even add more trim. Like you can take I've got trim right here. It's not maybe matching, but what I do is I take trim and I tie it in a knot at the top, and I make it very, very shabby and very, very frayed and just torn, just shattered and torn. And then I put this on the very back, up under the flower and under the felt. Sorry, my words are not coming quickly. But do you see how fast that can come together right there? It's just all a matter of preference of what you prefer. But I do have, I did tear some pieces of this fabric. So you could just take this fabric that you're working with, and let's just pretend your bow is there. You just make a bow, and you just stick it in. You stick it under, and you glue it down. Like that. Like that. No, not, you know what I mean. It goes a little bit, if you just have it just under and peeking out, that's what you want. Okay? Or whatever you want. It's not whatever, you know, I say. I mean, it's all about what you think looks good, or what, like, looks good to you. So, I do have torn and tattered pieces of, this actual, so that might actually work. It might, or I might just dangle lace or something from it. I might, what I do sometimes is I take a bezel and I turn it upside down, and I turn the bezel upside down, and I hang like a dangle from that. I've got lots of bling, but I don't want to make the video very long by digging through it and trying on different ones and whatnot. But if you've got bling, of course bling is always pretty on a flower. Buttons are pretty on a flower. But basically, if you get that running stitch down and the kind of lace that you like, then, you know, you're going to hit the ground running, because it's not that hard. You just keep on kind of going. And if you have to stop and think about it, you can have a think on it. You can have a think on it. But here's the matching trim right there. And it's torn and tattered. And you could just cut it off like on an angle right here. Or you can, what I like to do is this. Let me make it straight. Okay, I fold it this way, which is up. And then I cut down this way. From the top to the bottom, I cut that corner off right there. See it? And then make the dovetails. And then put them under. And I might make one longer than the other. And we'll do this one too, so I can show you that again. You want your edge to be straight. There we go. And then you fold it toward yourself. This is just the way that I do it. Other people do it differently. And then the two corners at the top, right here, kind of finger fold it. You want to start at the top and come on an angle going down like that, and just, you can make it deeper by turning your scissors this way, or shallower by turning your scissors this way. I kind of go in between, and I just cut that corner right there off. That little tiny corner right there, I just cut it off. And then you've got a dovetail, and then you can stick that under there. You could stick that under there. Two different, right one on top of one another, almost. Or at least half on top of one another. Come on, work with me here. Sometimes it wants to, you know, give you a hard time, but that's okay. You're in control. You're still in control. You're always in control. And I'm not sure if you know what a finger bow is, but just in case, even if you do, some other people might not. And this ribbon's not the best example because it's so it's not straight. It's the prettiest ribbon. I mean, it's nice and pretty and silver, but it's been on the roll for so long, I think, that you can either use 3 fingers, 4 fingers, sometimes you can use 2. You can spread your 3 fingers out. Most of the time I use 3 fingers, and you just basically wrap it around, wrap it around, wrap it around, wrap it around, and then you take it off your fingers like this, and then you just sort of push it together in the middle. And I take my thread and my needle and I push it through from the top up here. From the top up here, I go down and then I just wrap it and then I tie it off. And then you can like flare out your edges. And that's what I think I did on the last one. And then instead of this, you have this. Right there. Hold on, let me put it with this finger so you can see. Instead of the other one, you have this one. See that? I hope this helps you. I really do. I hope this helps you. I can do another tutorial. I have another flower that I'm working on right now that I have completely different plans for. Not even the same kind of flower. It's a tulle flower, and it's sitting right here on my desk. I'll even show it to you. And here's my butterfly that I was actually thinking of poking through this flower, like, because I'm never gonna find the other earring again, but like I could take this butterfly and just poke it through, you know, buy old jewelry at thrift shops and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, these weren't from the thrift shop, but I can't find the other one, so I might as well use it in my crafts. And I mean, you can use so many different things, like, cording. Oh, God, my favorite. I almost forgot. Sari silk. Sari silk. Sari silk. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Sari silk. Sari silk. Sari silk. Look at that. It's so soft and so amazing. And the colors, like, kind of shift. And oh God, I love sari silk. I'm gonna make a flower for you guys with sari silk. And sometimes it's really wide enough right there for you to even do a running stitch and make a tiny flower right there. And then I've got the purple. This purple is lovely. It's so gorgeous. I love it. It's so shabby. I really love my sari silk. But anyway, yeah. And then there you go. Again, like, you could just push that, take the backing off, get a glue gun, push it through, glue it on, cut off the back, just trim it off with, like, you know, regular jewelry cutters like these, and just cut off the backing so that it's not sticking out. I've got some paper flowers that I'm working on. I don't want to lose that butterfly, so I might as well put it in this bag. But here's something that I did with that pinstripe fabric that I just showed you, and I don't know where it went. But, oh, and there's some chiffon that I was using for these little teeny tiny flowers, and there's another flower right there. I knew there was 5. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is 5. Wait, no, yes, there is. There's 5. There is 5. Thank God. Okay, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. They're so cute. Are they not the cutest thing? I can't believe I don't know. I came up with it, and this is a piece that I used to kind of part of my secret, and I will show that to you guys. I'll show you how I made these on another video. But the pinstripe fabric, what I did with this, and isn't that so cute? It's so stinking cute to me with the pinstripes that I've been holding on to it for so long. Because I don't know if I'm going to let it go yet. And I don't know what I want to do with it. I want it to be spectacular. So, I also have like these flowers. These flowers are perfect for like putting in the center of another bigger flower. These are perfect. The pearl's already there. The organza is there. The silk is there. And you just cut one off and just glue one on. I mean, these are so pretty. Just a flower spray. Just one flower spray. And take one flower out of it can do the trick. But I think I started making these because of this. Take that out of there. But then I wasn't sure if I liked that. So, but all I did with this, if you remember, I showed you the other piece, and I had it folded like not all the way in half, but partially in half. These two I folded all the way in half. So I folded them all the way in half. That's why you don't see any jagged edges or any shabby edges, is because I folded this in half. And then on the open edge, running stitch all the way down. And when I was done, just connected, right here. I connected right here. I sewed it. Because again, I didn't have my glue gun. Wait, no. No, I did glue that. I glued it. Yeah, I did glue it. See how it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you sew it or you glue it. It really doesn't. It doesn't. And did I glue this one? No, I sewed this one. See, this one I sewed and the other one I glued. So it really honestly doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't. But I love this fabric, the feel of it. It reminds me of my grandmother for some reason. I don't know why. Something she had that felt like this. Like a kind of, it has some texture to it. But it's really lightweight and easy to work with, with your needle and stuff. And the way I found this was just searching for pinstriped pink and white fabric, and found this. So, really honestly, I mean, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want with your flowers, and I get that some people are visual learners. I am that way too. I do watch a lot of tutorials myself. But I try not to get too far deep into what somebody else is good at. I try to stick with just staying in my own zone and doing what I know I'm good at. And if I've seen something done, I put my own spin on it. You don't have to necessarily do what everybody else is doing. Just kind of quiet your mind, sit down in your space wherever you craft, and just start doing. And if you don't like it, do something else. Do something different with it, or things will start to come to you. Just start pulling things out and start putting them on your desk or putting them in your area where you work, and just see, oh wait, that would look good with that. That would look good with that. And that brings me to this flower right here. This flower I'm working on, and I can't wait till this is done. Like, I took some gold cord, and ladies, if anybody's interested in this, I have this like 3 rolls of this, and it lasts forever. If anybody wants a roll, comment below, let me know. We can make that happen. I do everything on YouTube, PayPal only, and you get shipping with tracking. On orders like these, the shipping is free. So it's free shipping with tracking, PayPal only, first come, first serve is how I do it. But I have a lot more of this. And I want to take, here's my little pom-pom. If you blow on them, they get all puffy. They're so cute. I have 2 pink ones. I have them in pink and cream. I don't know how many I have, but I do have more. And this is a flower that I disassembled, you know, from a pre-made flower. So I like to take things apart and put them together. Like, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my triple thick and brush it on very lightly, glitter it lightly, stagger them like so. Like, if these 2 petals are here, you want to put this petal here and stagger it like that. And then put the last 3 petal on. And just have it glossy and lightly glazed and lightly glittered. Try saying that fast 3 times. Gosh. Wait, where did my other little flowers go? Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. I don't want to lose those. They're so adorable. I love them to death. They're stinking cute. So I took 3 like bows that I tied, and that's just how they came out right there. And so I don't care. I'm just going to put them there. I'm just going to glue them there. Like, I'm going to take the knots and glue them in the center. This is just basically a tulle flower that I made. That's all it is. It's tulle. And I sewed it. And then what I do is I kind of take my scissors and I chomp into it a little bit here and there and everywhere. Just to like kind of make it spread out a little bit more. Just don't cut your thread. Don't cut through to your thread, because that'll unravel your whole flower. And then I go around making sure all the edges are nice and straight. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't have to be perfect. And there's something stuck on there. What is a piece of fuzz? Everything gets stuck on tulle and organza and stuff like that. But I'm gonna probably just glue these however they fall. I don't care, however. And then put, you know, these glittered right on top. And then I'm going to put this little pom-pom right in the middle. I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do with that one. And then I pulled this out because I thought, I don't know, maybe this would look good on the back of the tulle flower. But now I'm second guessing that. I'm not sure. And then, God, I have this lace, guys. I have this lace that's like so delicate and adorable and stretchy. It's like a Chantilly lace. I love pink Chantilly lace, and that's the wrong side. That's the wrong side. That's the wrong side. It's so delicate and adorable and stretchy, and it's like so nice to work with, and it's so soft, and it's scalloped on the one side, and you really can take and running stitch right here and make very small little, I've made teeny tiny. I'm going to show you one more thing, and then I'm going to, it's been going on, I don't know how long we've been on. How long have we been on? We've been on, yeah, oh my God, we've been on too long. So I'm going to save this for another time, because it's been over an hour. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I've been yapping too much and not crafting enough. But Diane, I hope that this helps you. that this helps you like visualize how you want to do something for yourself. You know, just search for what you want and, you know, purchase what you want. Don't pay too much for it like I always do. Like, I go overboard. I'm insane with it. You know, I'm in a little bit of financial trouble because of it. I'm not even gonna lie. Just like just get it all out and do. Get what you have and do. And anything you do will turn out beautiful. You can get the holeless beads that don't have the hole in them, like these. These are gorgeous. These are gorgeous. They don't have any holes in them. They're strictly for embellishing, to put in the center of, you know, a flower that would match this kind. I have other colors too. Pink, ones that are like more minty green and stuff like that. And I do like to, I've used my glitter before, even in my tulle flowers. And, you know, like the holographic, like more chunky round flakes, and it turned out beautiful. It turned out looking like almost like a lens flare, you know what I mean? I don't know, that just turned out really nice. And then you know, then if you have any kind of burlap, oh my god, don't rule out burlap. Like, burlap is beautiful. Like, I almost went with this. I still haven't figured out what I want to put on these flowers yet. But, like, I think I might still go with this. That's why they're in there. Like, I think that looks really pretty. I really do. I love the lace around the burlap and the pearl in the middle. Like, I just think that looks really, really nice. I think they complement each other. But that's all that matters, is that you like it. And if you like it, most likely, then somebody else is going to like it too. So, and then I have my envelope in here that I put my little... I do a lot of paper crafting too. So if you guys like paper crafting, like and subscribe to my channel. Smash that subscribe button, because I do all kinds of mixed media. I love my paper crafts just as much as I love my flowers and my you know, sewing and my fabrics and stuff like that. I enjoy my paper crafting too. So I'm putting on my pretties. Oh, and these are my this is another tutorial. These are my silk foam flowers. That one and this one. Get off there. Get off there. And this one. And these were just die cut, and I used oil pastels on them. And look, at it came out like purple, orange, pink, purple, orange, pink, and they turned out lovely. And I want to do more of these. I haven't done a whole lot of them, but I love them. They look realistic, they feel realistic. The foam is like, it's not like the kid foam. It's pretty thin, but it still feels almost like a real flower, and it kind of even looks like one too, except for the, you know, the bling in there. But you can use stamens without the bling. Like, I put stamens and bling on this one, but that's another tutorial. Like, you have to die cut for that. So there's one. Let me make sure I'm not missing any of my flowers. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you two go in there too. That's my little, I don't know, Ziploc of things yet to do. Or to be done. Yeah, you can even use this really inexpensive lace right here to make little rosettes out of. And I have a whole flower kit, and I'm gonna video that if not tomorrow, very soon. Tons and tons and tons and tons of rosettes like this in a box for you guys, for whoever wants it, whoever gets it first. So I'd be watching if I were you, if you're interested in anything like that, because I mean, it's got oodles and oodles and different sizes and different textures and different colors and different patterns and different fabrics and whatever, of nothing but just hand sewn rosettes like this. And so you can pick from them and stack them and glue them the way you want them and put whatever center you want. And I included some bling, I included some pearl strand, I included some crochet, I included some, I think, ribbon, and I included the felt backings for your flowers, so that you can put together, like, you know, just, okay, I like this, no, I don't like that, and then you just play with it. You just play. That's what it's all about, just playing. And just play, and just make yourself some flowers. So I'm so sorry I didn't have my glue gun and I couldn't do like a full, you know, tutorial, but I hope you kind of got the gist of how I did that flower. It was all with this base, and then it was all just adding what I liked. And then you know, the last one had flowers like these in the center, if you remember, if it's in your head. Like, you just you can do another layer of lace, and then another layer of lace, and then your ribbon, and then that's what I did with the last one. I layered it and layered it and then I put my center. They were a little bit larger than these, but then I put one of these satin flowers in the middle, and I put my you know, my pearl, and it was like some ivory, like ivory sort of vintage looking lace that I used to make small rosettes out of, and I just stacked it until I liked it, and then I added the ribbon, and then I added the pearl, and then I added, you know, you just keep adding. And that's all I did. I mean, there's nothing really complicated about that. And the other flowers that have the dangles on them are all just torn pieces of fabric that I have laying around, or whatever, or sari silk, or whatever it is. Yeah, and that's it, guys. I've really enjoyed sitting and chatting with you. I hope I have retained your attention throughout the duration of this video, and I hope you stick and stay with me. I hope you do, because there's going to be lots and lots of stuff. It's going to be painful for me, I can't lie. It's going to be painful, but I have to get rid of it. I really have to get rid of it. Can't do anything about it. There's just no room for it, and there's just no need for it anymore. I mean, I've got 2 kits sitting over here beside me. And here's one of my flowers right here. This belongs in the kit. So, see how I did the ribbon? I did 2 finger flowers, and then I just tied a knot right here. And these 2 are just sticking under there by glue. And then there's a doily there, and there's a Shabby Chic flower right there with one of my silk, you know, flowers right in the middle, and that's just tulle. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it turned out beautiful. Yeah, I love it. It's a beautiful flower. It really is a beautiful flower. I love it to pieces. I love that beautiful pink right there. It's just so shabby. It's so Shabby Chic. I love Shabby Chic. And then I've got my hidden paper clips. This I designed myself too. Like I sort of just cut like what I thought was the bodice of a dress, and I cut like a wave, and then I put it on a hanger, and next thing you know, I was putting a little bling on it, and then I put a little bow. I use these are little muffin liners, and I glued a paper clip on the back of it, and yeah, that's that. And I colored the feet black for, like, I guess stockings, you know, so that it would look, I don't know, more chic. I don't know, less shabby, more chic, shabby and chic, because the trim is like really shabby chic. It's beautiful trim. So if you're interested in these kits that I'm gonna release really soon, yeah, I would come back and make sure that you watch and or put on notifications. Like, I've got very luxurious things like these appliques and beaded really luxurious things in these kits, plus a lot of my handmade. This is another one, and this is in the kit too, and there's two of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of my handmade flowers that are in these kits, and they're two totally different things. This one, I basically pieced this around the back. This is just layers of fabric, right? And then I put little pieces of this lace back here. I just showed you the inexpensive lace in this coral color. I just kind of placed them in, you know, right there, right there, right there. And then I did a finger bow at the bottom and put a pearl in the middle. And then I put 3 little clusters of my little roses. And then did like felt on the back. So that's all I did to do this one. I don't know what the heck that piece of fuzz is, but it turned out really pretty. I did this with my fold over technique, like, you know, the fold over technique with the frayed edges. And then I just stuck little pieces of coral because it matched this ribbon and I liked it. And then this one was done with chiffon and some tulle, and then just intertwined in there. And then this flower, which is gorgeous. I mean, I love that. I really do love that. I love doing the tulle flower, or not the tulle, I'm sorry, the chiffon flowers with a candle in the evening. It's very relaxing, and the smell is very relaxing if you're alone, if you're by yourself, and you just keep on just, you know, doing them. It's really relaxing to me. So yeah, I put these back in the kit because I don't want anything to get lost. But yeah, I've got 2 kits and they are loaded. I mean, they are loaded. But it's now like 1 hour and 23 minutes. I don't know what it's going to take for me to upload this video, guys. But I hope this helped you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like this content, then I would think about subscribing and maybe hitting that bell so you don't miss anything. Because I really do have to sell off a whole bunch of stuff. I've got tons of tulle. I've got tons of organza, especially in white. I've got... oh god, like, you name it, and I've just got all kinds of stuff I've got to destash. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place right now, but it's coming together. I got it more organized. I'll show you before I go. I will show you the box, or the, I'm sorry, not the box, but the let me take the cover off. Okay, so I've got this. You can't even fit it in the frame. But I've got this whole box, this whole plastic bin of nothing but my handmade flowers. And here, see, here's one. All that is 2 layers of eyelet lace, 1 layer of some kind of pink lace, and then a finger bow with a oh god, I'm out of frame. Okay, 2 layers of eyelet lace, 1 layer of pink lace, and then this is the ribbon I love to use the most, like finger bow that flares out, and then my little flower in the middle, and then here's one with like some eyelash lace and some this is la 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 satin, and this is chiffon in the middle. Then there's simple, like just running stitch lace with lavender chiffon bling flower in it. I'm not going to go through all of them right now because I'm going to do that at a later date, but like here's another one. It looks like it's, you know, complicated, but it's really not. It's just bows and dangles and torn pieces of fabric that I tuck under, and then a little bow and a flower in the middle, and it's you know, just layered. But there's tons. You can see how deep this is. See, well, no, because you can't, because the sticker's there. Well, maybe you can see how deep it is over there, this side. It's pretty deep. There's a lot of flowers in there. So I'm gonna be destashing these, and God, I can't help it. This is my favorite one. Whoa. This is my favorite one, I think, right here. That one right there. I actually don't have the lace to do this right now at the moment, but if I get it, I will do a tutorial on that one if you like. And thank you for sticking with me, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're new and you're just now watching me, I'm sorry this video was so long. I tend to be long-winded, so if you like sitting back and watching long tutorials or long crafting videos, then you might want to subscribe to my channel, because some of mine are long and some of mine are not so long, but you know, I just go with the flow. It is what it is. And I appreciate you, everybody watching, and I will be back with some more tutorials, destashes, kits, etc., etc. I'm gonna just keep on recording, okay? And I hope everybody has a really crafty, creative week, and that you are very satisfied with it, because there's nothing like being satisfied with your own work. It's great. And with that, I'll just say peace out, Girl Scouts, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.